Hey, so earlier this morning, I mentioned trust fund kids, and I thought about it for a while, and I really want to make sure that you understand something. I am not condemning all trust fund kids. So the title of this video is Trust Fund Kids, the Good, the Bad, and the Silly. The good ones have discovered that the wealth that they inherited came from a source that they really weren't comfortable with, or that in their heart, they just have a giving heart. They have this desire to give to the world. And so they inherit this wealth and they live their life giving back. And there are a bunch of them that are just fantastic. One great example is the son of the family that made Baskin and Robbins. He became a very anti-sugar person. He had inherited wealth that was based on selling something that basically was making people sick. High sugar content, high fat content products are not great for us. And if we eat them too often, they damage our bodies, either with heart problems, vascular problems, or diabetes. He became an avid supporter of a healthy diet, and he ended up giving away or not accepting the money that came from his trust. Another good example is the daughter or granddaughter of Walt Disney. She is obviously worth so much money, yet she's a huge advocate for taxing the rich. She speaks out all the time about the need to tax the rich. She doesn't need more money. During the recent COVID issue, which is ongoing, although everybody's pretending it's over, the wealthy got a ginormous, and that's a sort of a made-up word, a gigantic tax break, resulting in more money going to the wealthy than what was saved by the middle class or the poor. And she came out very strongly saying, "We don't need this money. Why are you giving it to us? Give this to the people that need it." So that's the good. The bad. The bad are the jet setters, the Instagram influencers, the people that race around in fancy cars, have no concern about other people, are very, very materialistic, and just really don't give anything to society. And there's a bunch of them. And I don't want to go into too much detail about why they're sort of a waste of space on the planet, but they really overconsume and don't give anything back. The silly are something we sometimes call trustafarians. They have all of this money. It goes into bank accounts, keeping them nice, safe, and sound, but they have chosen to live these kind of hippie lifestyles, in a way pretending that they don't care about anything material, but they've got a safety net in those millions of dollars stashed away in their trust fund. So we call them trustafarians, which is a combination of trust fund kid and Rastafarians. Rastafarians live a very natural life, connected to the earth, eating healthy, raising their own food, having strong family values. So this combination becomes trustafarians. And I always sort of call them the silliest of the trust fund kids. There's one other group that I did miss out on in the title, and that is the forever student. Because they have this money, they seem unable to ever really decide what it is they want to do in their life. And so they just stay in school forever, continuing to study whatever interests them for the next degree. I know one friend of mine, many years ago, was working on her third or fourth master's degree, and they were all in different subjects. And I asked her one day if she was ever planning on working, and she was really honest with me. She said, nope, I'm just gonna keep going to school, because every time I finish a master's degree, the idea of going to work in that field bores me. And so I go back to school. And so there's a fourth category, the forever student. I know this is a little bit long and maybe a little bit silly, but I had to share it with you. Enjoy the day, peace from Vietnam, and always be a good person. Try and share. Try and not be materialistic. Even if you have the money or the wealth to do that, understand the value of that money and understand the needs of society around you. Thank you for listening. Like, share, and subscribe. Peace from Vietnam.